Hey, what's up, guys? I decided to make another video today, finally. Actually, somebody suggested that I give them a suggestion on a good 12 gauge to use for home defense. There's actually a lot of 12 gauges you could use for home defense, but the one I have here is just an example. It's a cheaper one, but it's got a few modifications on it. But his main question was my next gun I'm getting is a pistol grip 12 gauge shotgun for home base purposes. I live in Houston. It's a thing that these scumbags are doing, and I decided a 12 gauge next to his PT-809 would help him protect his wife and kids. If you can tell me which shotgun would be a good one to get, that would help me out a lot. The cool thing is there are so many shotguns out there that it really, I may suggest this one, somebody may suggest something else. Basically, what you run into is there's so many different categories of shotgun, but the one that I suggest, and that's really because when it comes down to it, there's certain things, certain models that have proven themselves over the years, certain designs that have proven themselves over the years. And the one main shotgun that comes to mind is the Remington 870. Now this, of course, that I've got here is a H&R Partner. It is made in China. I know that's horrible. We live in America, but it's what was available at the time. It was a decently priced shotgun, and it's actually a really competitively priced shotgun. And it actually, the coolest thing about it is the majority of the 870 parts will work on it. You've got this one's a Knox stock. That is the Spec Ops stock, and you've also got a Blackhawk fore-end on there. Just so y'all know, this gun is empty. But basically, this is a 870 style shotgun. The pump action, you load your rounds from the bottom. Right inside there, it does take 12 gauge. I'm not going to put one in there, so you guys don't have to get on me for safety or anything. But the cool thing about it is you load the shotgun shells in there. This one's already pretty much got an extension on it. I could put probably a one-shot extension, but that's all that I would suggest on that one. But it holds quite a few rounds already. I think the coolest thing about it, like I said, is that pretty much all your 870 accessories will fit it. So, things like these high-vis followers, I don't know if the jumbo head safeties that like Wilson Combat sells or anything will work with it, but it's not too bad the way it is anyway. But I kind of like the way this is set up. You got your stock where you can go up down there and everything. But I think when you get down to it, the 870 style shotgun is going to be about one of the best styles they've got out there, just because it's decent size for whoever. You don't have to put this stock on there, but obviously if you're taller or shorter, this does help extend your reach there. You can hold it tight up in there. Of course, you don't really want to put your cheek down on a 12 gauge. It's also, you don't want to go too crazy on a home defense shotgun, so like on this one I've left the bead sight on there. But really any 870 style that gives you the ability to, if you want to customize, you don't have to. This gives you a little bit different grip on your fore end. Has a space cut out for so you can put your rounds in there without interfering with it. It gives you some more grip to put on there. This one just has a standard little sling. Nothing big, nothing important. The pistol grip I'm sure he's referring to is the one that just continues there on the back of the actual receiver there. But I like this one just because I like the idea of a shouldered weapon no matter what. Obviously by the AR that you see right there, but really it just, when it comes down to it, you cannot beat almost the classic style of 870s or anything like that. I mean, there's some Mossbergs that are just like them. They have fair share of models that are exactly the same. Realistically, they're exactly the same. This one has no special sights on it. It does have screws there that you can put in a scope mount or red dot if you want to, Picatinny rail. But really, that's my idea of one of the most perfect home defense guns. Is just an 870. You don't have to do a whole lot to it. You don't have to go all out. You can if you want to, and that's the beauty of it, is that it's a shotgun that can be customized. You know, if you get bored, you want to go out practice with it, and you want to goof off with it, it's not something that is going to be extremely expensive to fix. You know, it's a fun gun to shoot. This one, even though it's not an 870, it's an H&R partner, it's a lot of fun to shoot. You could go out and pretty sure you could put it through its paces, and it does a really extremely decent job for what it is. I mean, it's basically a $200 shotgun with, I think it was like a $70, I think the kit was $70, $75 for this and the 4-end put together, and it took a matter of maybe an hour. That was because it was the first time I took it apart, and I haven't taken it apart since. But about the only thing on these that will not switch between a 870 and this model is the barrel, because where they attach. I'm sure there's plenty of ways that you can take it off of there and mount an 870 barrel and do however you like, but really, when it comes down to it, a pump shotgun, I don't care what Joe Biden says, I don't care what anybody says about a double barrel shotgun, I believe a pump shotgun is about the best shotgun to keep in your home. I mean, everybody says, oh, they know that sound. You know, forget the sound. Just think about the idea of being hit with, I mean, this is just birdshot. I mean, usually you don't want to have to use this for any reason, but I mean, the big deal is that you don't want to have to use anything that's actually going to cause any death or anything. You obviously want to use something that's going to deter them more than kill them, but in the worst case scenario, at least there's so many different rounds you can use. Buckshot, a slug if you absolutely really even have to. Wouldn't suggest that in a house, obviously, but birdshot usually doesn't do too bad, doesn't go through walls too bad. I mean, if you shoot really close, obviously it's going to rip through wood paneling or, you know, drywall. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, but you know, to each their own on what ammo they want to use for home defense. I'm not a professional home defense instructor or anything. All I do is just make suggestions, and you guys can take your own opinion and do whatever you want with it. But I suggest to a lot of people that if they want some sort of home defense gun, to even go with just the style, the 870 style, the pump shotgun. This one I believe holds 5 rounds, 6 rounds in the tube, 6+1, because we've pretty much got a +1 extension on there. If it was an 870, it'd probably be about down here, and you could do a 2-shot, so you have essentially 7+1. But anyway, that's my video on what I think the one of the most perfect home defense shotguns is going to be. Just let me know if there's anything else y'all would like me to make a video on. I've got several different things that I can do as far as videos, but if you got any suggestions, let me know and I'll help you out. But thank you, and remember to subscribe.